case you've been in a cave for the last couple decades and hadn't noticed, cars have become really expensive. So, smart drivers try to get as many miles out of their cars as possible. You see, smart drivers know the more miles they put on their car, the lower the cost per mile in fixed expenses. As an example, let's take the biggest fixed expense, the price you paid for the car, and divide it by the number of miles on your odometer. This will give you the cost per mile to own your car. Then, double the mileage and do the numbers again. You'll find at twice the miles, the cost per mile is cut in half. So, more miles driven equals lower cost per mile. But how do you get more miles, maintain reliability, yet still keep costs in check? Well, that's easy. Follow a schedule of good preventive maintenance. But that raises other questions like, is my driving normal or severe? Should I perform service based on my car's reminder system, miles, or time? The answer to those two questions are easy, because normal is nearly impossible to achieve in today's traffic. It's best to err on the side of caution and use the severe service schedule. A little extra service makes the car last longer, but not enough service can send a car to the boneyard long before its expiration date. As far as using service reminders, time, or miles, I'd skip them all. But then, how do you know when to perform service? The best way, of course, hours of use. Virtually all machines except cars rely on hours rather than miles to determine when they need service. Heavy equipment, stationary equipment, boats, airplanes, you name it, all measure hours rather than distance traveled by their wheels. Miles driven doesn't show the hours of idling, waiting for the kids, or sitting in traffic, or the difference in driving speed, which is a huge factor. Speed? Yes, speed. If you drive 1,000 miles at 25 miles per hour, your engine will run for 40 hours. If you drive twice the distance, or 2,000 miles, but do it at 50 miles per hour, twice the speed, your engine will run, you guessed it, the same 40 hours. Also, the engine used at highway speeds will typically have less wear because its oil will get hotter, which helps get rid of wear-causing contamination. This is one of the reasons why low-mileage cars, only driven at low speeds and on short trips, are often in horrible condition. Although they have fewer miles on the odometer, they have more hours on their engines and have had more wear-causing contamination in their oil. Today, most cars have trip computers that log the hours the engine runs, which is your best guide for service. But if your car doesn't have an hour meter, you can install one. Hour meters are inexpensive, starting at about $20 and very easy to install. But how many hours between oil changes? Typically 100 hours. Now that will equate to 3,000 miles if your average speed is a severe service of 30 miles per hour, or 6,000 miles if your average speed is a normal service of 60 miles per hour. Hey, thanks for watching. Please subscribe to Goss's Garage on YouTube, follow us on Facebook, and for more car tips, tricks, and money-saving ideas, visit goss-garage.com. Drive gently. See you next time, right here in Goss's Garage.